Coffee ceremony in Ethiopia. Hello everyone, this is Voice of Ethiopia Media. Today I am going to talk facts about the coffee ceremony in Ethiopia. Coffee is an everyday commodity that people all over the world enjoy. There you will find that coffee is more than just a cup of joy that you take to jumpstart your day or study buddy during long hours at night. It is a significant part of Ethiopians' life, a livelihood, a culture, a symbol of respect and friendship. In fact, it is so important for Ethiopians that they have a football team named Ethiopian Coffee or Ethiopia Bunna, a contest called Miss Ethiopian Coffee. The most interesting thing though is that they have this tradition called coffee ceremony or Javana Bunna in local Amharic tongue. It is a regular social occurrence meant to be shared with family and guests over several hours, and it is so an important opening to important events. Let us go through facts about the coffee ceremony in Ethiopia. The ceremony is done daily for at least 2 hours. Deemed as the most important social connection, the coffee ceremony lasts for about 2 to 3 hours. It's common for families, especially those in traditional homes, to enjoy 2 to 3 of these ceremonies per day. Children participate in serving the coffee to the elders, and most of the time guests are invited. Conversation topics typically range from politics to community matters and many more. A young woman or the woman of the house always conducts the ceremony, considered an honor. An Ethiopian coffee ceremony is always conducted by a young woman or sometimes the matriarch of the house. Since children they are regularly exposed to this ceremony, and girls are always encouraged to learn the request skills, it can be expected that the hostess is very adapted. During the ceremony, she wears a traditional ankle-length white cotton dress embroidered at its borders with colorful thread. Her movements are an art form. The ceremony is an elaborate process mainly composed of 3 stages. The 3 phases involved during the coffee ceremony are roasting, brewing, and cupping. During the entire process, the host performs all 3 phases in front of all the attendees, while simultaneously entertaining them. Roasting is the first process. The ceremony begins with raw coffee beans being washed, then roasted over fire or stove in a long-handled pan called menkashkasha. Menkashkasha loosely translated to the shaker. The hostess decides how long the beans should be roasted, but generally she waits for it to be black and oily. Once done, the beans are then poured into woven mat or plat made of reeds called mashraft. The beans are spread out on the mashraft and set aside into cool, and the guests are invited to enjoy the aroma of it. Also, before roasting, the hostess usually spreads fresh flowers and grass on the floor or ground while burning incense to make air more fragrant. Second process. The ceramic or a pot, handmade clay called javana, is the coffee brewing apparatus in Ethiopia in coffee ceremony. It is filled with water, not surprising the stout, and set on the stove to boil, while waiting for the water to boil. The roasted beans are then crushed or coarsely ground into the fine powder using a wooden mortar called mukacha, with metal or wooden pestle called zanazana. When the steam from the jabana begins to rise, the hostess begins to pour water into the small cup containing the coffee grounds. It will form a thick liquid which is then poured back into the jabana. The host continues to do this back and forth motion until all the grounds have been swept into the jabana. Then the jabana will again be placed on the stove, allowing the steam to rise up again while ensuring the contents do not overflow. Let's continue. I arrived to the third process, which is called cupping. The very hot jabana is placed in its chair, called kumfbile jabana. The hostess then prepares small cups called finjals, in which coffee from the jabana is gently poured from a few inches away. Each finjal of coffee is placed on tiny serving plates, and while guests are enjoying their cups, it is customary for them to shower the hostess with compliments. For the second, third, and subsequent rounds, more water is added to the pot and reboiled, making each brew weaker than the other. There are 3 rounds of coffee during the ceremony, and guests are expected not to refuse the drink. With coffee being a sign of respect and friendship to Ethiopians, it is not customary to decline drinking the coffee during the ceremony, and it is expected that at least 3 cups will be consumed. However, if coffee is politely declined for medical or religious reasons, for example, tea or chai will most likely be served. During the ceremony, 3 rounds of coffee will be served. The first one is black and naturally the strongest among the 3. It is called abol or all. The second one is tona, and the third one, which is the weakest and sometimes referred to as one for the road, is called baraka. According to folklore, these were the names of the 3 gods that lead to the discovery of coffee. More about each cup, sometimes progressive spiritual transformation. Literally, baraka means to be blessed. Thank you for staying with me. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.